Okay, so we got the touch hooked up and we're back at the main screen. And you can see right away that everything looks pretty familiar. Nothing's really too different other than a facelift of, how the screen looks. Pretty much everything that's available in the Studio and the Renaissance is on the screen right now. The only new things that we have here, if you go over here, you'll see this little A button. We can now name our sequence from the hardware. Same thing with the track. It's my track area. I can name my track, and I can name my program right from the hardware with the little keypad. Pretty everything else you see is the exact same as the current hardware. You got your time correct, your click, track up and down, mute and solo. These down here are your F keys. You don't have any more physical F keys. All the F keys are at the bottom of every screen. If you go to the left side of the screen, you have some quick mode buttons. The top one that's shaped like a house, that means main mode or home, which will take you to this screen. The next one is going to be your grid. So as you record notes, they're going to show here. The next one is your tracks. As you add more tracks, it's going to show here, kind of like a DAW. This is going to be your step sequencer. Pretty self-explanatory. And here's your X, Y effects. We'll go over this a little bit later. So we go back to main mode. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna load up some sounds right quick so we can, demo this thing. So like I was saying in the review part of the video, a lot of the dedicated buttons are missing. So everything's contained in a main mode menu, and you can get to that one of two ways. You got a little house icon up the top, and then you have this main menu button here. So we can hit this, and this shows all our modes that are accessible on the Renaissance or the Studio, which has dedicated buttons. Here, to me, it's a little slower having to go to this menu first to select my mode, because, if I'm in another mode, I'm not at home, I have to hit this, menu button and then jump to there. I can't just jump directly to it like you can with the Renaissance. Again, not that big of a deal. You'll lose maybe 1-2 seconds, but it's all about workflow. So figured out, explain that. So here you can see I got the browser. So let's go in the browser. I'm gonna go to my favorites. My homie Billy Blast just sent me an early Christmas gift here. This is none other than the Ghetto Gospel 4. All right, so we got the sounds loaded up. Got some kicks, snares, hi-hats, percussions, shakers, loops, some samples, some more samples. So let's actually put this on keys. Let me set my tempo. Do it. Let's go ahead and record that. Now let me talk about these buttons right quick. One thing I thought that I was going to be disappointed about was the feel of the buttons. Normally I like the hard plastic clicky buttons like the Renaissance. These are actually a little bit clicky too, even though they feel soft. I don't like that whole mushy feel like you get on some of the other hardware controllers, but these actually give you a pretty decent click when you press them, which I was surprised about. So anyway, let's get back into this. and just that quick, you got something going within a few minutes. You know what I mean? So if we go here, this is our grid. You can see I have my notes here. As I tap the pad, it selects them. If I put this on, the navigation, I can zoom in here. One hand, two hand, up and down, left and right. The other thing I got is my selection tool. I can select notes. I got an erase tool. I can erase notes, undo, bring them back. Normally, I don't quantize, so sometimes my notes are off the grid. So I like how this allows you to quickly nudge your notes. If I have the timing correct on, it's going to nudge according to the grid. If I hold don't snap, it's going to nudge free of the grid. Let's undo that. I like that. You can edit the duration of the notes. You can transpose them, change the velocity, all that stuff. So let's check out the sample edit. Let me just pick a sound here. Some random sound. I got some transients. All right, let's check this one out. All right, so again, here I have my zoom in and out navigation. It's a little laggy. It's not too bad. It's a little less responsive than I would like, but it can be improved later. If I want to chop this up, I'll just go to chop mode. I can hit my little pencil and I can come in here and just add a bunch of slices. We can do it like that, take them back out. We can also do lazy chop. Put this back here. Just like with the Renaissance, and then I can come in, I can, fine tune them, put my zoom in, get back in there. The only thing I wish was that you can, zoom with any tool selected. Like you kind of got to go back to the navigation tool just to be able to zoom. Like if I have, let's say the pencil tool, erase it, I can't zoom there because it's adding slices. You see what I'm saying? Other than that, the sample edit is pretty much the same. One of the good things I like that they added was the samples list, which is something that's familiar to every classic MPC. I severely missed this in the Renaissance. I'm glad it's back now. Everything else is the same. You hold shift, is going to give you your different F keys. Let's go back to main mode. Let me load up an instrument right quick. Let's go to a new track. Let's put it on a plug-in. Let's pick let's pick the bank. Why not? Let's pick a piano. Something cool. Another thing I forgot to mention is the data wheel is a button as well. So when you select something and you push it in, it's going to be like an enter key, which I thought was pretty cool. That might also explain why it has that little wobble to it. But all right, so we go back to our menu. Let's check out pad perform mode. Got our progressions, we got our chords. You can do that from the pads. Pretty much the same thing as the Renaissance, again, just with a new facelift. And now you can do it from the screen. If you want to do your little Beethoven thing and, you know, do both, that's cool. But other than that, again, same stuff. It's all familiar. Just now have somewhat quicker access to it. Let's go back to main mode. Let's check out the new dedicated copy button. So, you know, this is pretty simple. I got this kick on bank A. I press copy. I want to put it on G. Let's say tap there, or actually you hit the button there. We go to G. Actually, G is all filled. Let's go to H. H, I have my blank pads here. I hit that there. I'm going to press do it. You can see on the screen, it's showing me I'm copying A to that pad in H. And now it's there. You know, it's that simple. So with the Renaissance and the Studio, you can pretty much only copy within the bank. Now with this, you can go, you know, from one bank to the other, which is, you know, can be a quick time saver, you know, depending on how you like to work. So let's check out the XY effects. So I go here, XY. It's gonna ask me to insert it. I'm just gonna insert it. Setup here has all your different effect types. You can choose from them here. I'll just leave it on the basic one, but pretty much all you do is just it's pretty cool. One other thing you can do is you can latch it, so wherever I let go, it's just gonna hold it and let go when I press. You can also automate it here with this button here, and that's gonna be right, off, green is gonna read. You know, pretty self-explanatory stuff here. Now the only thing that was kind of disappointing about this was that this is it's practically program based. You can't really use it too effectively on your master, you know, to affect the entire beat. Because when you insert this plugin on a master, you don't get this same interface. It's more just like a couple sliders. I'm not going to go through showing it. If you get it, you can do it yourself, but it's not as intuitive as this. So let's say you got some VSTs going, you got some drum tracks going, and you want to do the XY effects to your entire beat. You have to resample your VSTs, chop them up, and then sequence them in the same program with all your all your drums in order to be able to affect the entire beat. So, you know, that was kind of a bit of an upset, because I was kind of looking forward to being able to quickly do this to the entire beat. But again, that's probably something that can be fixed in a later software update. I'm sure it will be, because I'm sure everybody's going to complain about that. Last thing I want to show you is in main mode, right? You have this sneaky little area over here. Hit this arrow. That's going to bring over some extra faders. So right now it's on my master, which is going to affect the entire beat. Over here you have your track, which is going to change the volume of the MIDI on the selected track. Here I have my program. This is going to change the volume of every sound in the program. And then the last one is your pad. So this is going to change my actual pad volume. Everything else is going to be unaffected. You have your little zoom there. You can bring it up a little bigger. This makes it a little more accurate as well. But you know, that's pretty much all I have. Again, make sure you check out Ghetto Gospel 4 by Billy Blast. Is dope, you know. A lot of sounds he stole from Grandma Blast. You're going to want to get your hands on them. MPC Touch, you know, I think it's pretty cool. There's a place in the market for it. If you're in the Renaissance, again, you're probably not going to want to switch to this because I personally like having the dedicated buttons, but this will be cool for me to travel with. Or to, you know, chill in my living room with or whatever. But I don't really see it as taking place of my main workstation. So I encourage you guys to go out to Guitar Center or, you know, or wherever they have them on demo, try them out, you know, and see if you like it. I think for the most part, people are going to like this. I personally like it. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys' videos. I'm going to be coming out with some tutorials for it. Look out for more videos. Make sure you check out MachineMasters.com. Check out AkaiProMPC.com. And peace, man. What do I think about it? You know, what's the workflow like on it? How's it compared to the Renaissance? What's it called? Really cool for all you guys that are just starting out in beat making. What I have is a new beat making course that's going to show you guys how to make a beat from start to finish using a sample.